Hello guys, today we're going to bully Bryan Mullins again. Yep, bullying Bryan Mullins again, can't get enough of that, definitely haven't made enough of those videos. But this time is pretty different compared to the rest of the times. For two reasons. One, it's not focused on child porn this time, or at least child porn isn't the main focus this time. Also second, it's about trans people and guess why I am. So let's get to it.
Hi everybody, I'm Bryan Mullins the Fox, and for the first time in a long time, I'm recording a rant video, but also showing you my face. So, I'm going to go off the cuff about so-called trans rights, and why they're anything but rights.
I know what y'all are thinking, I see what y'all are thinking. Wow, Bryan definitely looks the part. When a grandma's infected toe becomes sentient and also a right-winger somehow.
I'm going to go off the cuff about so-called trans rights, and why they're anything but rights.
Oh my god, he said that about trans rights, which is just human rights for trans people, essentially. No, that is not what he means about trans rights, at least in this instance. What he means by trans rights is basically the surgery and the drugs you have to take to, become the opposite gender. So, let's get into it.
Firstly, it's a privilege. It violates the paradoxes of both bodily autonomy and bodily integrity, because nothing ever comes without consequence.
Let me give you a little description about these two. Bodily integrity is essentially giving consent and, you owning your own body, essentially. And bodily autonomy is essentially the same thing from what I can find. So basically, give consent about your body and, what you do with it is on you. That's essentially what it is. So yeah, if you're wondering about these big words, basically consent for your body.
Example, hormone therapy. When it comes to transitioning for both adults and even kids, have the following side effects. Blood clots, weight gain, acne, hair loss, liver damage, blood pressure, cholesterol, stroke, heart disease, skin cancer, degeneration, potassium, increased urination, other side effects, vulnerability, nose abscess, dyslipidemia, elevated liver enzymes, polycythemia, infertility, type 2 diabetes, and nipple discharge.
Damn Google AI, owning the liberal trannies. But yeah, you're obviously gonna have side effects when you're doing this shit. I don't recommend using Google for medical knowledge. Fucking hell, Bryan. I didn't think you were this incompetent. But I mean, roast game exists, and that proves your incompetence tenfold. But back on track, don't use fucking Google AI to search for anything. Go to actual medical sources online that you can find. I'll post like 2 links because, trans men and trans women. So I'll post those 2 down below.
And you wonder why bodily integrity and autonomy in this context is a paradox. You can't have it either way without violating the other, or you can't have it both ways, altogether.
This is literally the equivalent of calling someone committing suicide rape. It just makes no sense. Also, gotta love how he blames gender dysphoria with his fictional belief that, oh, if we teach kids sex sooner, it'll fix all of our problems. Bullshit. Like, Bryan, we've been over this. It does nothing. You're just retarded. But I can agree, giving your kids pills to make them trans and, all that. Yeah, you should be 18 to do that. Other than that, there's nothing else to agree on right here.
This is why not only hormone therapy, but gender reassignment surgeries for both kids and adults should be illegal in all 50 states.
Huh. I thought it would be something else. But nope, totally reasonable suicide is rape logic here. And totally because you're not trying to get Elon Musk to, make self-driving cars that don't work. And try to get attention away from that. Totally not that. I'm going to skip the next part because it's mostly rambling about, how abortion isn't a right, so trans surgery isn't a right, I guess. And then he goes off rambling about protecting his theoretical kids. Like, I don't fucking get it. I guess he thinks people just randomly have sex just to get an abortion? I don't fucking know either. Literally the equivalent of me bringing up, I don't know, the fucking dolphin emulator on Android and just going like, oh yeah, the graphics are great. It runs around 30 FPS on my phone. Yada yada yada. And just going on a full monologue about that. So yeah, like, what the fuck was the point of this section?
And that's why I find both abortion and fucking gender reassignment surgery and hormone therapy and puberty blockers not only problematic, but something that should be entirely illegal. And I don't want anyone saying anything to the contrary. If you say that they should be legal, not only are you cringe, you're fucking weird. Get some fucking help.
I don't think I really need to say anything here. I just truly don't need to say anything here. Just this playlist. That's all.
Alright, you have the right to take care of your own body, even if it means losing weight, cutting back on the sugar, cutting back on the carbs, cutting back on all that sodium, getting off your ass and working out, drinking a lot more water to boost your metabolism. These are things you don't have to transition for. These are things you could easily fix without changing your gender, given that you're either born biologically a male or female, and that's it.
Yeah, that's totally why people are, transitioning. Not to become the other gender, but to become less fat. What? What the fuck? This man is the stupidest person I ever met on YouTube. Well, I wouldn't say stupidest. More like stupid in a fucking rage baity sense. Because you would expect like a fucking rage baiter to post this, but no, he actually believes this dumbass shit he posts. But yeah, like all Bryan Mullins things, there's probably gonna be another video about this where he tries to defend his points even though they're pretty fucking retarded. So, yeah, see ya later.